Hey guys, we are talking adding and subtracting integers today. In this problem, we are going to subtract two negative numbers. I'm currently teaching junior high math, and this is a problem that would throw a lot of students, which is, there's no shame in that. We just got to talk about it, right? So a lot of students might think the answer is 9 or -9, or they might guess 5 or -5. Well, let's figure out what the answer is. So I'm going to use a strategy that I use. If you like it, I will link a video for you in the corner where you can watch some more in-depth examples on how to use this strategy. All right, so the first question I ask myself when using this strategy is, do I have any signs right next to each other? And what I mean by that is these two right here, how I have two minuses or two negatives right next to each other. I don't want to have two signs right next to each other, so we're going to change that. When it is like this, if my signs are the same, we're just going to have it be positive. If they're different, we're going to have it negative. So when I subtract a negative, guess what? This is the same as -2 plus 7. Now, before you change the video because you think I'm crazy, let me explain this. So when we take away a negative, it's positive. And I want you to think about this real world example. Say you're grounded. That's a negative thing in your life, right? Pretty negative. Well, then what if your parent or guardian comes to you and says, hey, you know what? You have been behaving very well. I'm going to take away that you're grounded. I'm going to take away that negative. Wouldn't that be positive? That'd be pretty positive, right? So when we have two negatives or we're taking away a negative, we can just change it to a positive. So this is now -2 plus 7. Now, some people might see that and be like, oh, I know what the answer is now. No problem. Great if you do. If not, that's all right too. The next part of this strategy, I circled my negatives red and my positives green. So there are my negatives and my positives. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw out how many of each I have. So I have two negatives, so 1, 2, and I have 7 positives. Okay, there are my two negatives and 7 positives. Well, what happens to a positive and a negative together? They cancel each other out, right? If I owe you $1 and then I pay you $1, well, that cancels out, right? So these cancel and these cancel. And what am I left with? I am left with 5 positives or +5. And that is my answer. All right, I will link some more examples if you need some more. But there you go. Thanks for watching.